Here we go with another week of tier list for fall 2024. Might be 1 week for other series to end, but some series are ending as of like today as well. Cutoff is Sunday, remember? And unfortunately, or honestly, not unfortunately, I'm done with Tower of God, bro. I'm not gonna watch the last 3 episodes. It's ridiculous that in a moment where a main character of a hype show quotations, unlocks like Gear 2, Super Saiyan, a new power, Bankai, something like that should be just shocking everybody. And the only thing that's being shocked is the viewership, because goddamn, nobody gives a fuck about Tower of God. It's actually so frustrating to watch it too. Like, I can try to be as enthusiastic as I possibly can, as you've seen through my reactions, but you can tell that like it's so mid. It's so fucking mid. I'm dropping it. Another show that we're dropping, Damsel. What's happening to Damsel is a bit unfortunate. It's kind of getting caught up in, it's not necessarily because Damsel is failing, but Damsel is failing right now because of the shadow ban too. And I'll cover this on Tuesday more accurately. I have a video that's gonna come up covering like why the viewership across the board of my channel is all tanking. Damsel right now, we cannot be fucking around with these shows right now. We need to really bunker down on the community series that people pulled in. Projects like Damsel, that's just randomly put in because I thought tourists would enjoy it. That is not what we're supposed to be doing right now. Therefore, Damsel is also dropped. That's pretty much it for the animes that we've dropped, and we're still continuing with these. Arifureta obviously is on hiatus until like the next week or so. So no, actually, that's gonna be next week's review. Let's first of all cover Loner Isekai. And Loner Isekai, I put the most recent episode on great. It was the finale. The finale kind of redeemed my like poor taste on the most recent arc. The first arc that it covered was pretty fucking good. I really enjoyed the character interactions between different factions, what everyone is up to, and how Haruka is just kind of like witnessing all of it. It was great. Had a crazy fight at the end too, and it was good. The dungeon shit was the most boring snooze fest. Going through each separate floor, fighting boss monsters that no one gives a fuck about. There's no stakes, no difficulty. It's just so boring. But I get it in terms of storytelling. They needed to do that to like bond with Angelica and for us to understand the deepened bond with Haruka and Angelica so that they don't just skip all that and suddenly they're all like gushy. Like, I get it, whatever. I think that there could have been a much more concise way of doing it, but it is what it is. Angelica made the finale worth it, I guess, right? Haruka and Angelica, basically, they had their honeymoon. They had their honeymoon phase and everything was great. And it was a cute episode. It was like a very wholesome, cute ending to this isekai. Overall, I would rate this anime like 7 out of 10. It's probably going to be something that I forget. It doesn't mean it's bad. There's a lot of good animes that we just forget about it. 7 is honestly a pretty damn good score. I think that anything in a 7 is really good. It is the IGN score. Because like there's nothing special about it. Nor is there anything bad about it. It's just existing. It's enjoyable to watch. But this isn't something that people are going to be talking about throughout the next like couple of years. But that's pretty much 95% of the animes that come out. So that's not really like a thing to be ashamed of. It's a good enough score. Next up, let's talk about Spirit Chronicles. Most recent episode, pretty fun. I mean, shit. A lot of the fun was me basically just making fun of. Honestly, maybe it should be both down here. Were they really that great? I'm not too sure. It was good. I don't know. I need to be a little bit more strict with my ratings. Spirit Chronicles, it's like kind of popping off in terms of the action. Not that I really watched it for the action. It's fun because Lucius is being a demon and he's so unapologetically himself. Flora is kidnapped again. Haruto is now eyes locked in onto Lucius, and today's episode that we're gonna watch is probably gonna be like a hype conclusion. It's good. It's good. These are just like average. Next up, most recent episode of Blue Lock. I'm actually gonna put this shit in peak, and it is mind-blowing how 8-Bit Studios is getting away with it. They truly did save the budget till the end. U20 budget is all saved was the copium that people have been memeing about for how many months? 2 months maybe, and you know what? They actually did. And what frustrates me is the recency bias of how good the most recent episodes are going to be will make most people forget about slide lock and PNG lock. These terrible industry practices, which it just, enforces this new meta of doing nothing with the episodes that quote unquote doesn't matter, and then just going all out in the episodes that does matter. Now the consistency is non-existent. It's just like everything is terrible or mid, and then there's these spikes. And it's encouraging to know that 8-Bit Studios can do it when they actually try. But it's also very frustrating that they can do it and they choose not to do the whole, season like that. And at the end of the day, it's not the animator's fault, it's the production committee's fault. They figured out a way to squeeze as much money out of these projects while giving little to no resources. But at the end of the day, still, the most recent episode was stupid hype, and I have no doubt that the next couple episodes, we have one more episode next week, and then the week after that will be a back-to-back finale, and I'm sure they're gonna have the quality there, and everyone's gonna forget about slide lock. Probably people will still probably meme about it, but it's like it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but it is what it is. Let's talk about Villainous. Villainous was also just good, I guess. Most recent episode was just more drama. More drama. Liz's powers becoming a little bit more apparent. The haircut meta. I think about it, the haircut. That was quite the stance. Alicia cutting off her hair, showing with action, not through words, of how much of a Giga Chad she is. The juicy drama happening with all these dumbass bitches, yeah? Yeah, I think it actually did stand above, these two shows. Like, it was a wholesome finale. The action is mid, but I'm enjoying the overall siege on Amande. But it had a pretty cool moment of like the haircut happening and people just popping off, and oh my god, and now there's like a new faction is happening with girls keeping long hair versus girl having mid hair. So it was great, I'd say. It's like either here or here. Maybe I place it like over here for now. Next up, let's talk about Talker. Not today's episode, because today is technically Monday, which is actually Tuesday because my stream schedule was so fucked up, but cutoff is still, Sunday. So most recent episode was not the season finale for me right now. The season finale will be next week on the tier list. I say this is pretty great, if not here. The storytelling of how we are basically turning best friends against each other. Are they truly best friends though, if they would turn each other like that? I think their bond is weak. A lot of people are saying it's fucked up what Noella's doing, but you know what? I think that if their bond were truly that strong, they wouldn't have fallen for Noelle's, deceit. All the little cracks and the vulnerabilities that exist in their relationships between, like, Kaim and fucking Leon or something, the white knight motherfucker, and then the best friend who has like the black hair and the spear. It's actually beautiful how Noelle was able to turn all of them against each other. Bro had a picnic, he was eating sandwiches, let those idiots do all the work, then we pulled up at the end, and oh my god. Spicy drama, and it's not over yet. That's right, today's episode should conclude that arc, and I hear it's gonna be pretty good. So I put this on great. I really enjoyed the the shitty things that we were doing to them, because they're such like glorious white knight self-righteous motherfuckers, and it's just cool to see like them just falling. Next up, Ranma. Most recent episode was Shampoo versus Akane. The quality is Ranma is always so good. It's actually one of the best, seasonal weeklies happening right now. Akane lost her memories too. Of course she wasn't gonna beat Shampoo in a fight. Akane just, I mean, I think a lot of people might enjoy Akane now, because like, other than a couple people who actually enjoy the annoying bitch that is a tsundere, like, bro, the way that she lashes out at Ranma, and Ranma does nothing, he's just shocked, and Shampoo's doing everything, and Akane just like goes for Ranma. It's so annoying. I genuinely hate tsundere girls so much. It's so fucking annoying. But some people really enjoy that abuse. Whatever. Enjoy your fucking abusive relationship. It's so toxic. But bitch got her memories erased now. Meaning, gonna have like a different Akane. And we'll see where this amnesia arc is going. But Shampoo joining in the fray, it's pretty fun. It's really fun. Next up, Arifureta. Arifureta had, let's see, Most recent episode was Booba. Princess showing her coochie. What else? Other girls just realizing their pecking order. Us getting ready for a new arc. It was good, I guess. And it's just good. It's just good. Hajime has some intimate scenes. Yeah, Shea actually got a kiss. I definitely appreciate those episodes more than just the fight episodes, right? The battles against the cockroaches, I don't really care. I care more about, again, the character interactions. Like, a lot of these isekais, again, like, they don't really have the production value or, like, the threat of a danger that makes me care about the battles. I just care about, like, the character interaction, the slice of life moments. Arifureta, I think, excels when it really handles that. It was a good episode overall. It was cute. Now we're just, you know, getting, yeah, Tio kind of got demoted to number 4, and Kaori is, you know, implicitly number 3, because for Kaori, it's a maybe. For Tio, it's a definite no. But we'll see how that, you know, turns out. Mao 2099. Mao 2099's episode was... It was good. It was good. What do we have? A lot more exposition, plot, understanding where the different relics are. Heavily hinted that it's most likely with Hizuki. The maid cafe moments were probably the best scenes. But if your story's best scene is fan service from a maid cafe, I kind of worry about what kind of story you actually have. Doesn't mean that the Mao 29 story is bad. I actually enjoyed this Academy arc a lot. It's definitely a different change of pace. Hizuki, you know, doing the whole Moi Moi Kyun was funny. But beyond that, we're just kind of like... What's the word? We're getting more into the arc. What are we actually doing, though? Trying to find shit. We're just talking to other people, important, you know, big clans, big families, talking about where these other relics could be. Hizuki, I think, definitely has the relic, but she doesn't know that she has it. Probably her eye or something. The goblin dude is sus. The head mistress is sus. There's not many people that we can really trust right now. But that's pretty much it for now, yeah. Danmachi. Danmachi, I placed this great. I think that, like, I enjoyed Danmachi more than these two for sure. So, like, it could be here, but the gap between Danmachi's... Like, Danmachi... It was a setup episode, right? We're explaining the rule set of the war games. Things aren't popping off just yet. Next episode moving on, I'm sure it will. Right now, though, we're just basically getting acquainted with the rule of the hide and seek. Basically, battle royale for all the children of the gods and goddesses. Yet the gods and goddesses were basically, you know, the ones actually hiding. And we have this problem of... How the fuck do we beat Otara? I don't have an answer for that. Maybe Haruhime can do some level up shit, but I think that because Danmachi is something that I enjoy so much, I'll put it here. Strange Grief. Grieving Souls? I'm liking this show more and more. Before, I was just really pissed off at all the shitty characters that's on our side of how incompetent and shitty Cry is, how terrible of a sister Liz is, and how she treats Dino. Yeah, I get it. If you really look at these characters, they're terrible characters. Straight up. Cry, like, if you are arguing against me, you genuinely don't know this show. The glazing is funny. I get it. But the characters are supposed to be shitty and incompetent, especially Cry. He doesn't do fucking anything. All of his retardations become a mental schizo moment for everyone else as they try to figure out what is this guy thinking, which makes them self-doubt, double-guess themselves. The way that Arnold was like, oh my god, this dude is trying to negotiate with us, but he actually wants us to sell it. They were like trying to keep it before, but they did the stupidest mental gymnastics. It's ridiculous, but I get it. It's a lot more funny now. I put this episode probably like here. If not here, actually. Yeah, I probably put it here. Maybe like here. Maybe here. I don't know. But it was really fun. Arnold's ass showed up out of nowhere. What the fuck was that about, bro? Arnold's ass showed up out of fucking nowhere. He's got the biggest ass cheeks, more than Tino, bro. And the auction is being set up. The setup is actually really fun. Tree is just being the opposite of a gold digger to tie us into this marriage. That's pretty much it. And finally, we got Dan Dan Dan. Down the Dawn episode? Yeah, I mean, it's always gonna be like peak. I actually think that these two were basically... I think the most enjoyable episode for me was definitely Blue Lock. Down the Dawn had a setup episode. We're kind of like explaining Gigi's backstory, which hasn't happened yet. But like, you can kind of tell that like, something really shitty happened to his parents. They lived in like this haunted house or something. We're going there, but also, before we do that, the whole love triangle... It's not really a love triangle, but Okarun like realizing true love by having the skeleton mannequin doll who had the golden ball run and go for another mannequin, and him realizing that he loves Momo. Like, what a ridiculous moment. Down the Dawn was pretty funny, but definitely it's one of the like, it's probably definitely one of the least like compared to the previous episodes, like it's just like chilling, right? Relative to the others, because of the nature of the content, it's mid, but the quality is so fucking insane that it's always peak for me. And that's pretty much it. I think that Blue Lock really is the winner of this week. Blue Lock, again, it's really annoying how 8-Bit Studios, they just smurf until the fucking moments that they just need to show up, and when they do show up, it's actually pretty fucking good, and it was really, really enjoyable. These shows are always consistently good. I think these definitely stand out amongst the other shows down here. These shows are quote-unquote mid relative to them. Like what? Should it be like this instead? Like here? And then what? Maybe this is a more accurate representation. You know what I mean? Because like the term mid is so hostile that people think mid is bad. Mid doesn't mean bad. It's just like mediocre. It's just meh. And meh isn't bad, but because of the term, again, mid, people get really frustrated and angry at that. If something was actually bad, we drop it like Tower of God, okay? Tower of God is just fucking... But yes, Blue Lock alone is in peak. I don't think Danmachi or Down the Dawn even came close to giving us the type of enjoyment and the hype that Blue Lock gave. And if you think that this is wrong, you are so biased and you have no understanding of these shows. Like, you cannot actually tell me that you watched the most recent episode of Blue Lock compared to these shows, which again, you're comparing one of the most integral peak moments of Blue Lock right now. Priority as fuck episode that everything is peaking compared to 2 anime episodes where they're both in setup preparatory phases. It is so disingenuous if you actually think that like these 2 shows should be on the same caliber as Blue Lock on the most recent episode alone. I think it actually does stand above all else. It was insane. And it can only be that way because again, these 2 shows are setting up. They're getting ready to pop off. This one is in the middle of peaking right now. So I think that these ratings are actually very fair. Again, you're gonna get triggered because mid you think is fucking, it's bad. Nah, mid is okay. It's actually okay. And these episodes, it was pretty good. And I think that these definitely, I think relative to others, like straight up, I don't even like, just do this, actually. Where is this? I was gonna try to just imagine this tier list without, yeah, like that. Now you can't get mad because you're just mad because of the word fucking mid. But look at this. This, I think, top to bottom, is how I feel about the most recent episodes, and I don't think I'm wrong at all. Also, yes, monkey. 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 Wow, guys, look, it's our mascot of the channel, a cute monkey. Wow, hello, little monkey. All right, I'll see you next time.